Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
It is season 2, episode 2.
Season 2, episode 2.
That's what I just said.
Yes.
Why you
I,
got to be like that?
I just wanted them to know what you said.
I...
Maybe they didn't understand.
Yeah, well. So, what's going on in this episode is we're talking about social biases. And what.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am.
Mine does not. It's our dog.
Social biases. I have a big issue with this. My issue comes with this whole feminist movement.
Okay.
Like, I hate the feminist movement.
You hate it.
I hate it.
Hate is a strong word.
I'm not going to use. I really, really, really don't like it. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I really hate the feminist movement. I think it emasculates men, and I think it desensitizes the generation toward what men do, and how we're supposed to be leaders.
But I also think it's an agenda to forward what's already been taking place in the earth.
Oh yeah, of course. So, but before we get into all that, I want to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
If you all can see it, I'm going to do that. You know, I never did that before. I'm going to do that. Yeah. So we're going to talk about this. It is. I don't know how to pronounce it, but if you're ever on Facebook, and you see these little videos that pop up, the Skin Deep, they have this card games.
Yes, they have.
It's several of them.
Yeah.
That you can do. And so we got this one, which is the blank and couples edition.
It's the long term though.
Long
Because
term.
they have two different ones.
Okay, so this is the long term couples edition. I don't. How much did it cost?
They are $25 a piece.
25. And you bought two of these?
Yes.
Good lord, $25 a piece. I encourage any couple to do it. I actually broke down and cried.
Yeah, I was shocked.
With one of the questions that that was asked to me. So yeah, it's 199 questions to explore the relationships around you.
And no, this is not sponsored. And for those who are listening on the podcast, if you want to see what we're talking about, go over to our YouTube page. Talk with the fam.
Let's talk about it with the fam.
Sorry, excuse me.
She's drinking tea, peppermint tea.
Yeah, because my throat, for some reason, just all of a sudden, something happened.
Yeah.
And so I had to.
Long as you ain't got that Rona. Okay, so yeah, so no, this is not sponsored. It's just a really good game, a really good card game that I encourage any couples to play. We also have the family edition, and we're going to play that probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, which will be Saturday,
Yeah.
May the 22nd. We want to try to play it
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Saturday, May 23rd. We're going to try to play that because my brother is in town. And so we're going to go over to my mom's house and have a good time with that. So, social biases, right? Or stereotypes and things of that nature.
Yeah.
We're going to hit on all that.
I think we hit on stereotypes briefly before. But hopefully this will be a little more in depth.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these come from people's posts on Facebook that is really thought provoking.
Yes. They're conversation starters, and which is what we need. We need those conversation starters. So the first question, first statement that was made, because I got these off Facebook, you guys. I got these off Facebook, so we're gonna talk about this. Black men need to learn how to open up and communicate. And immediately I jumped on this post because I saw some it was a female who posted it and a female who responded to it. And the female who responded to it was like yes, amen, all that stuff. She was giving all that, you know. But then and I never got a response back to this. So I put on there my comment was, it's hard for a black man to open up and communicate because as a child, think about this, as a child, you're told to be a man. Boys don't cry.
Right.
You know, suck it up. You know, and then we're thrown out there into the world, right? At not even 18 anymore. 16, 17.
Right.
We're thrown out there into the world, and we're just told survive. So no, we don't know how to open up. Why? Because we're in survival mode. We don't open up and communicate because we don't have a safe place to do so.
Right, and that's sad.
We can't go to our friends because they trying to survive too.
Yes.
And then we try to come to you, our women, and it's like, y'all dog us out. We don't have that place to communicate. Mm-hmm. Thank God I do. I'm learning that more and more now every day. But most black men don't have that place to communicate.
They don't.
And I go back to Samson. Mm-hmm. How the Bible talks about Samson, and it was saying how Samson.
Samson and Delilah.
Samson and Delilah.
Yeah.
Now, people will say that Samson and Delilah was, doing they do, but the scripture never says that. It never says Samson and Delilah, or it never says Samson came into Delilah.
Okay.
Or laid with Delilah.
Right.
All it said was Samson laid his head in Delilah's lap. That's it. And he began to talk to her. He had a safe place to talk to her because let's think about it. Samson, he lost his wife.
Yes.
He saw his wife's dad gave her up to another man, his best friend.
Yeah.
So he had that. And then he saw his family get killed.
Yes.
So Samson had a lot of issues going on.
A lot of brokenness.
Yeah. Plus, he had to be a judge, a leader for the nation of Israel, and so he went to Delilah. He went to this. Granted, he found Delilah in a whorehouse. But
can you not find a wife in a?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, and so all she did was she gave him a place where she wasn't nagging him, where she wasn't riding him. She gave him a place where she was just like, tell me what's wrong.
Yeah. She gave him time.
Yeah. She gave him safety. Mm-hmm. She gave him security.
Yeah.
And that's what we as black men need. We need that safety and security, to be able to flourish and to grow. We can't continue to have this narrative of, this woman has been through a lot. She's going through a lot. She did this, she did that. And we forsake that men have gone through a lot too. That especially black men, especially the black society, because we've been taught this way for so long. Mm-hmm. So,
and then we have to also think about this too, though, that I don't think black women understand the difference between, he wants me to be his mama compared to he wants me to be his woman. Like, I don't think they know how to separate that.
Right.
Like the roles of a woman, honestly. Because he wants you to support him doesn't mean he wants you to be his mom.
No, that means he needs you to be that support system. He can't be great unless there's somebody behind him pushing him to be great.
So I think that's something we also need to talk about too, the difference between being a wife and being a mom.
Yeah.
Because I remember too that you used to say that to me, like, you would throw it up in my face, like, kind of jokingly, but you were serious, like, okay, mom. Mm-hmm. But I think there has to be a level of understanding of even what that terminology means and what it is that a black man needs from a black woman.
Okay.
So maybe that's a further topic to talk about.
We'll talk about it. Let's open it up even more. How do you dissect being a wife as opposed to being like a mother figure to him?
Well, what I've learned is that allow you to make the mistakes. Mm-hmm. Where a mother is going to continue to, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. But a man wants to know, if I do that, will you still be here? Mm-hmm. Like, let me be a man and make mistakes so I can learn how to cover you. Mm-hmm. So when he makes mistakes, it's not that, well, I know that when you were making a mistake, it's not that you wanted me to hear me say to you, like, you shouldn't have did that.
Right.
Like, or you should have did it this way.
Right.
Or that's not what you're looking to hear.
No, of course not.
But a mother would do that.
Yeah.
Because she wants the best for you as your mother.
Right. But there's a different level of nurturing and support.
Yeah.
That comes from my mom. as opposed to the level of nurture and support that comes from you.
Yeah.
You know, whereas my mom is like you said, don't do that, don't do this. And for you, I need to hear, okay, you know what, babe, this didn't go right. Let's figure out another way to get get it right.
Or if it doesn't go this way, let's try it another way.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna follow you. I'll take, I'll follow your lead.
Right.
Just those kinds of things. It's like that I'm trusting you enough to be my husband, to be the man.
Yeah.
If we're driving down a road and you have no idea.
Oh God.
And I ask you, husband, do you know where we at? You may say, yeah, I know where we at. Don't know a clue where we at. And I know you don't know where we at. It's not my job to say, okay, tell me where we at.
Yeah.
Where are we going? What's the next? No, that's not my job. My job is to say, okay, first of all, as a believer, Holy Spirit, I need you to do some guiding. and then ultimately, just as a wife, as a human, it's, okay, I'm sure he's not going to lead us into a ditch.
No, of course not.
So to trust the
process. I learned one thing, you keep going north till you find somewhere you know.
That's good.
Keep going north. And so, yeah. So that was one about communication. Black men need to learn how to open up and communicate. And I just was like...
But black women don't know how to communicate either, though.
No, because they're toxic, too.
Yes.
But
see, broken can't heal broken.
No, but I said that in season 1, episode 1. 2 toxic people can't heal each other. 2 broken people can't fix each other. It don't work. It does not help.
That is the blind leading the blind.
Oh, who you telling? And what Jesus say? You got the blind leading the blind. They both gonna fall into a ditch. That's what he said. You find that in the King Jimmy version, the 1611 King Jimmy version, and the words is in red. And we in the black church know that the words in red means Jesus said it.
Yeah.
He said the blind lead the blind. They both gonna fall in the ditch.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have to look. I think I remember reading a post where it said, or hearing someone say, "Don't demand what you're not willing to put out."
Right.
Meaning, if you're requiring so much of a man, but you're not willing to submit to what you're requiring, then it's unfair for you to be judgmental.
Yeah. All this, do this for me and do that for me, and it's like, okay, well, what do you bring to the table?
Yep.
And that's not to say that men is like a quid pro quo type of deal. It's not what it is. It's, just have that level of respect and decency.
Yeah.
That if you require this much of me, then I should be able to require something from you.
Right. So let's use this for an example. So when I was a stay-at-home wife and mother, I was requiring for you to get up and go to work. And an unspoken requirement from you was, I would like to come home to a clean house. I would like for the kitchen to be done.
Yeah.
I would like for the kids to be taken care of. Like, I required that much of a level from you.
Yeah.
And I should require that much of a level from myself where I'm at.
Right.
And that should be any woman. Like, if he's going to work and the kids ain't bathed, hair not done, house looks a mess, and maybe you look a mess, or you may not look a mess, but everything else is unkept, that's an unbalance.
Right.
So, that was just an example.
Yeah. So, women, listen to that. Be willing to meet the level of requirement that that is needed for that relationship. Yeah.
Yep.
So here's another one, and it says, because the original question was, do men ever think this woman has been through a lot? Let me show her something different and treat her like a queen. That was the original post. And so, again, all these women, I'm not against women. Let me clarify that. I'm not against women.
Not being married to me.
No, heck no. I'm not against women. I'm just against the feminist agenda.
Yeah.
I really am against the feminist agenda that emasculates and desensitizes the generation to manliness and manhood. I'm just against it.
Okay.
So I changed the question and I said, do women ever think this man has been through a lot? Let me show him something different and treat him like a man. Not treat him like a king, but treat him like a man.
Yeah.
And I
say his humanity.
In his humanity. I'm not perfect.
Right.
Don't treat me like I'm perfect.
Yeah.
I make
And
mistakes.
Don't require me to be perfect.
Don't require me to be perfect.
Yep.
You know, but know that I've had some brokenness. Know that I've had some trauma in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Know that I've had some issues that have, in my life that have caused me to be the way that I am. If you want me to give you this, if you want me to give you that grace for you to grow, then give me the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect for me to come into a relationship and be engine number 9, be broken while you're being healed, but yet I'm still struggling over here.
I guess my question would be, do people really think this way in the first place? Do people really think, oh, this person is broken, let me be hero?
I don't think so.
No, it's just there's something in a person that attracts you to that person, and as you grow together, you want to give them what they are not used to.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to tell.
Yeah.
And as time goes on, they're going to tell you. So,
excuse me.
I feel like anybody who would think like the original post, do men ever think this man has been through a lot?
Do men ever think this woman has been through a lot? Let me show her something different, treat her like a queen.
That's almost like a narcissistic personality.
It is. It is. But it really is a part of this agenda, to make men feel like they have to be everything. To make them feel like they have to be heroes. Again, here we go. Same thing happened in the first episode here.
Sorry.
I
usually don't keep my phone on.
On silent. So, man, I lost my train of thought. What was we saying?
You were saying, do people ever... No, we were talking about narcissism.
Yeah.
And you was like, it is narcissistic.
It is.
But I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Anywho, we'll figure it out as we go along.
Yeah. Hope bring it back.
Yeah. So I mean, these are just things that really caught my attention. It's more that I saw. I couldn't pull them all up, but these two really caught my attention. And so I really do believe there needs to be some type of dialogue between men and women, especially in the African American community, to really tear these social biases down, these stereotypes down, and really get some understanding.
Yeah, but can we go even deeper into this, because I'm seeing things as I'm reading this, and again, it says, do men ever think this woman has been through a lot? Let me show her something different and treat her like a woman, or treat her like a queen.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, have you ever heard the stories of really good guys, like really great stand-up guys, meeting women, and because they were so broken, they didn't know he was good?
Yeah.
And he wanted to treat her because he's seen that she deserved more?
Yeah. Not
necessarily in the sense of she's broken, but she should be treated like somebody special.
Yeah.
And she dogged him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this really should be like a roundtable discussion, because we can have so many perspectives on this. You can look at this in so many different kinds of ways. So, I think it has to do more so from the perspective of who originally sent the post, compared to society.
Yeah. And I just want to bring this subject up. We were having a conversation maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And we called it the Naomi factor.
Oh yeah.
The Naomi factor, right? And so the Naomi factor is when in the scriptures, Ruth, right?
Yeah.
Ruth had lost her husband, which was Naomi's son.
Yes.
And Orpah, I want to call that woman Oprah so many times, but Orpah, she lost her husband, which was one of Naomi's sons. And Naomi told Ruth and Orpah, go back to your kin.
Yes.
I don't have any sons for you. Go back to your kin. And Orpah said, okay, I'm going. But Ruth said, I'll stay.
I'll stay.
She said, and I'll stay, and your God will be my God.
Yep.
And your people will be my people. And so Ruth and Naomi went to, I can't remember what place they went to. I can't remember what it was called. But basically, while they were there was a kinsman there named Boaz.
Yes.
Now, most women, especially in church, when they hear that name Boaz, they shout. Hey, woo, we got a Boaz.
Yeah.
But you don't really understand what Boaz means because you don't know how to be a Ruth yet.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Shout it on the rooftop.
You don't know.
Preach that.
You don't know how to be a Ruth yet, and that's the issue. You got a lot of women who want Boazes, but they have not mastered how to be a Ruth. And the reason they have not mastered how to be a Ruth is because somewhere down the line they kicked out the Naomi.
So they rejected direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Naomi told Ruth, when you go to the field, don't say nothing. Just go to them and glean off at the field. You know, they would leave some stuff at the end.
Yeah.
On the outskirts of the field, you know, for people to come in and glean. Mm-hmm. And so Boaz saw and he was like, "Who was that?" You know, and they said, "We don't know who she is." But he told her to come here. He gave her all the stuff, like barley and all that stuff. And she carried all the stuff back to Naomi. And Naomi told her, okay, this is what you do next. You know, she gave her the instructions on how to get this man. But not only to get him, but to keep him.
Right.
Now, if anybody knows the story about Ruth and Boaz, they are the Davidic line. They started this thing with David.
Okay.
So Ruth and Boaz, their descendant is David. And if we know anything about the line of David, Jesus came through that line.
Yes.
So Naomi set Ruth up
to win.
Boaz was all this woman could ever dream of.
Yes.
But if she had did everything wrong, let me get on some of you ladies here. I'm on real quick. I'm going to get on these brothers too. I'm going to get on you ladies real quick. All that loud talking and stuff like that when that man trying to sleep, you lose him real quick. Well, I can't help it. That's who I am.
Loud and boisterous, period. Most men don't want that. And that's not to say, oh, he wants to muzzle you.
No.
And, make
Speak
you not be who you're going to be. No. There is a level of
class
that a woman is to possess. Because Ruth to Boaz, if DeAndre and I were talking about it, if she had went and laid at his feet and was loud and was just unkept and was ghetto, come on, he would have been like, get out.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
But no, she laid at his feet and she was silent. And in her silence, it spoke a lot to him when he woke up.
Yeah.
And so,
because he had been up all day and he had worked in the fields, he had, just threw a party and all this stuff. So he went to the threshing floor. What it's called the threshing floor in the Bible. He went there and he laid down. That's all he did. And Naomi told her, when you go in there, don't you say nothing.
Yeah.
Just lay at his feet.
Just be quiet.
Be quiet. Just shut your mouth.
Yep.
Ladies, when that man come home from work and you can tell he is visibly tired, don't be asking him all types of questions.
Pray for me.
Let him debrief from the day.
Yes.
If you see he's tired, go run him a shower or something. Get him some tea or some coffee, whatever. Do something. Give him what he needs to be able to get through that process.
Yeah.
So,
or even if that's just time.
Yeah.
Time of quietness.
Yeah. Whatever that may be. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to go and
pay some bills.
Pay some bills, y'all, and then we'll be right back, okay? And we're coming back with the last post that I got for you, all right? See you later. Back again.
We
back again. All right, so, right? So we talked about black men need to open up and communicate.
Yes, according to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we talked about men go through a lot, and we need that same grace, the same respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about put out what you require.
Yeah. All right, so last one, right, is this. It says the single mother syndrome has to stop.
Okay. Oh Lord.
Yep, it's about to hit heavy now.
Okay.
Our generation is becoming so busy trying to prove that women can do what men can do.
Okay.
That women are losing their uniqueness. Women weren't created to do everything a man can do.
Right.
Women were created to do everything a man can't do.
Yes.
Now, single motherhood, okay?
Okay.
Being a single mother, that's not women's fault. Most of the time. Most of the time. What?
A lot of the time, women become single for unexplainable reasons, for reasons beyond their control.
That's what I said. Not most of the time. It's not their fault.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes it is. You know. How so?
Mm-hmm.
You ask.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying that 100% of the time it's always the man's fault that women become single mothers?
No. See, we're looking at this two different ways. I'm looking in the sense of not being married.
No, I'm not looking at that sense, because you can have a mother and a father who are not married in the same household.
Yeah, but she's still single.
You're talking biblically, okay? I'm not looking at this biblically.
If you file your taxes with the father of your child, and you're not married, you don't have his last name, or y'all didn't go to the court. When you file, you're not filing married jointly. Joint married. No, you're filing single.
Okay. In the sense of this post.
Okay.
Single mothers is a woman who has children and the father is not there.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
That's why I said that is not 100% their fault.
Well, see, we got to be more clear, because when I hear single, I don't
hear... See, this is why we should have went over this question beforehand.
No, this is the rawness of how we communicate. When we talk about subjects, we're not always on the same page. We literally have to talk through things to get an understanding of where each other is coming from before we can actually even dive into whatever the whole subject was about.
Yeah. Okay, so the single mother syndrome has to stop. Now, again, this is not 100% women's fault, because you do have men out there who hit it and quit it. They walk away. You know, then you have the men out there who, you know, they get this news that they're going to be fathers, and they try to stick around. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, and when it doesn't work, some of you ladies get bitter. And when you get bitter, you don't want that man to see that baby. You don't want that man to be around that baby, and that's not fair to him. It's not fair to that child. Okay. But again, there are men out there who don't want to have anything to do with that woman, nor do they want anything to do with that child. So, either way, both situations are terrible.
So I can hear arguments on the way you just said that.
Okay.
People are going to feel like you're very you're very anti-woman.
I'm not anti-woman. I'm not anti-woman at all. You know, and I said that before. Yeah. My rhetoric might sound like I'm anti-woman.
Yeah.
But I'm not anti-woman, not one bit. I believe women are great. Women are special. You know.
Well, yeah, you better, because you have a wife and 2 children. But I'm just saying your dialogue, your tone, your delivery.
What did I say that was?
You women. That's an issue.
Okay, well, women.
So the best way to have said that, you know, because if I wasn't married to you, I'd be ready to fight.
Well, hey, throw a shoe at me. I don't care.
You know, so a lot of women. What did you say?
A lot of women are bitter.
So yeah, you women, but yeah, it should be more like, you know. Unfortunately, a lot of women have become bitter because of the breakup, or because what they thought was gonna be their forever relationship.
So here's my issue with this. Mm-hmm. Okay, because can I bring it to you all the way real and raw here?
Bring it to me raw.
Okay. I say you women, right? Which is not saying all women.
Right, but it's still an aggressive tone.
Let me finish. But when I look on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all these different social outlets, and then, you know, you on here outside, you hear, God help me, you hear the word niggas ain't nothing.
It's offensive.
Right.
I'm not.
So
you coming at the wrong person with that, because Right is right and wrong, and you know my mentality.
Right.
Right is right and wrong is wrong. So if the women who are talking about, and even the same with men who just call women bees.
Right.
It's all derogatory. It's all negative, and none of it brings fruit that is positive.
Right.
So if I say you niggas or you dudes, that's already an aggressive tone.
Mm-hmm.
And it already makes you be defensive.
Okay.
And your message could be great. You could actually be agreeing with them.
Mm-hmm.
But because of your initial stance to whatever the topic is, you immediately shut me down. Okay. I don't want to hear nothing you have to say.
I got you. So let me rephrase this. Most women, most ladies, man, just let me be.
Because your head is cut off.
It's okay. Most ladies become bitter because their relationship did not work the way they wanted it to. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that was hard. Because I just wanted to just boom right there. And so the single mother syndrome is not 100% women's fault.
Okay.
Because you have some men out there, or boys, who, here we go with this?
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't go there?
No.
Okay.
Just leave the boys out.
Okay.
Because boys will be boys.
Oh,
and you cannot.
Oh boy.
When I say boys will be boys, they will not do what men do.
Right.
So they're gonna have a mindset of immaturity.
So I put it like this: most men who are immature in thinking,
yeah, there you go,
will hit it, quit it, and never see you again.
Yeah.
But then you have some of those men who actually want to be in their child's life, but the relationship just didn't work. And now you have this woman who is upset, and doesn't want that child to be in that man's life, or doesn't want that man to be in that child's life. And in the end, neither one of them are great, which contribute to the single mother complex that we have, especially in the African American community.
Okay.
So, but this post has said, give me a second, y'all. Lord help me. Mm-hmm. Nothing want to work right now. This post has said, our generation is becoming so busy trying to prove that women can do what men can do. Your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, it's anything you can do, I can do better mentality.
Yeah. And here's the thing. This is what I want to say. I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers at work, and he said that the argument of equality is stupid.
It will never be.
It will never be, because all men, although we say this and it's in the Constitution and Martin Luther King said it, all men are not created equal.
No.
And just based off physical appearance, all people are not created equal.
Yeah.
You have short, tall, small, fat. You have all these different type of people in the world. So everybody's not created equal.
No.
But what you have to do is learn how to maximize what you have.
Yeah.
So, and no, a woman was not created to do what a man is supposed to do.
No.
What a man was called to do.
And if she does, she wears herself out.
Exactly.
She will absolutely burn out.
You're not in your anointing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saved or unsaved, you're not in your anointing.
Yep.
You're not in your place.
Yep.
Now, granted, women had to take the place, had to come and do stuff, especially when it comes down to parenthood, because men lost their position.
Yeah, but they were still exhausted.
Of course.
Because they were playing a role that wasn't designed for them.
Of course.
But they had to step up to it. And to be quite frank, they still wasn't playing daddy.
Mm-hmm. No.
They were still just mommy.
Yeah.
But they had to pull from the mommy reservoir that they wouldn't have had to had there had been a man there.
Yeah, but I do believe that God graced women in that era, in that generation, in this generation. God graces women who are truly doing, truly trying to be that stable parent in their child's life, and trying to get that child to have that relationship or have that father have the relationship with that child. God graces them.
Absolutely.
To make it, and although they may be tired, they're fulfilled
Yeah.
in what they do.
Yeah.
So I disagree with the whole equality argument as far as all men are created equal, because we're not.
So what do you say, because I'm going to kind of segue off a little bit.
Okay.
So what do you say for a job position where a man and a woman was going up for the same position, had the same skills, probably even the same experience for this position, but the man was going to get paid at least $1 to $1.75 more?
I disagree with it.
Okay.
I disagree with it in this sense. Although we're not created equal, if you can do the same job that I can do, you should deserve to get paid the same amount I get paid.
Okay.
You know, period, point blank.
Okay.
That's not based off of race, creed, color, nothing of that.
Yeah.
If you can do the job and do it well, and if you can even do the job better than me, you deserve to get the same amount of wage or even more. That's how I feel about it.
Okay. That's good. Okay.
So, again, I am not against women.
No, he's not.
You know, I love women. You know, my mom was a woman, of course. You know, I have a wife and I have 2 girls. You know, and I want them to grow up knowing that, you know, you're special, you're loved, you know, all that stuff. So, so our generation is becoming so busy trying to prove that women can do what men can do. We already debunked that one. And it said women are losing. They're doing it so much that women are losing their uniqueness.
Okay.
Women weren't created to do everything a man can do, but women were created to do everything a man can't do.
Yep.
And I totally agree.
Yep.
I totally agree. You lose your identity when you try to take on a role that's not yours.
Yep. And you also start to take on that persona of who you're trying to beat or be.
Yeah.
So, which is why I think we have a lot of women who are so aggressive.
Of course.
And they call it passion, but it's really not passion. It's the persona or the character or energy of a man.
Right.
Women were not created to be so aggressive, so angry, so rough.
So what, Hershey?
So rough.
No, what was the first thing you said?
You know, they wasn't supposed
no.
to be,
they
weren't supposed to have so much grit
You're
to
not
them.
about to skate over what you just did. We'll be right back to that. But what they so what, Hershey?
They're But there shouldn't be so much grit to you that I can't distinguish if you're a male or female. You know what I mean? And we ain't even gonna talk about society's thoughts of what a male, female, non-binary. We ain't going through all that.
That is the most confusing junk
We're not going there.
Heard in my
We're
life.
talking from the basis of what God created.
Yeah.
Male and female.
Hey, but guess what? When them stimulus checks start coming out, they was like, I'm male today.
Shut up, husband.
I'm female today. Wasn't on that non-binary stuff.
And so, yeah, I just...
people gonna send us hate mail.
I don't care. And I return to sender. But I don't think we were designed that way.
No.
And that's not to say that women can't have passion. That's not to say that women can't be passionate about some things in life. But I don't think we should be so rough that I look like you when I'm walking.
Yeah.
Or I sound like you when I'm talking.
Yeah.
No, this should still be a feminine and a grace.
Keep your femininity.
Yeah. And that's what I think they're talking about, where you lose your identity.
Yeah.
You lose who you're designed to be before the root of, your seed and your mother. We were designed to be the help. But we don't want to be the help. We want to be the head.
No, and that's not your place.
But to be the head means you have to take on the things that heads take on.
Yeah. You have to bear that burden.
And that's, I don't want that.
Bear that load.
I don't want that.
We have the world on our shoulders
Yep.
as men. Because number one, real men are carrying their families. Mm-hmm. They're carrying their loved ones. They're carrying the weight of the world. And let's go even deeper with being an African American male. You carry your culture.
Yes.
You carry a society. Mm-hmm. You carry a community. Yep. On your back, and you're carrying this whole entire load, and and then on top of that, now you got this woman in your life who you're trying to make sure she has everything that she needs in life, mm-hmm. everything that she can ever desire in life. Yep. And you're still trying to maintain your sanity.
Yeah.
Without having that outlet. And so ladies, hear me when I say this. And we segue a lot, but hear me when I say this. If that man has an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch, let him play.
Yeah.
He's not outside doing God knows what. He's in the house talking to his boys, playing Call of Duty. Let him play.
Yeah, my only thing about that is as long as there's a balance, like with him being, do you want attention 24/7, 7 days a week? If you do, there's an issue of insecurity there. That
or abandonment and rejection.
So that means you need to go and get some help.
Mm-hmm.
But just like you need an outlet, he needs an outlet.
Exactly.
And allow him to do that. Now, I would say go and sit on the couch with him. I don't do that all the time.
No, you don't.
I don't do that most of the time.
No, you don't.
But I know that playing the game is something that gives him relief outside of, society and responsibilities and all of that.
Yeah.
And all of that. But he also knows, okay, I've been on here too long. It's time for me to get off.
Yeah.
So it's just allow him to be him if it's not detrimental to your relationship.
Of course. I totally agree. So, just let him do what he needs to do because he's carrying a whole lot on him. And so I would tell any woman any day, you're not a man.
Nope.
And that's not to...
And I don't want to.
That's not to degrade you. That's not to make you feel little or minuscule or anything like that. You're not a man. And that's the honest truth.
Yeah, but there's power in being a woman.
It is.
Why do we have to be a man? Why do we have to think like a man to be powerful? There is power in our feminineness.
Yes.
Like, there is power in just being a woman.
Yeah.
Like, through us, we birthed a man.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that's power. But I think that society has made it seem like we're powerless and the man is over us and dominating over us in a way that is silencing our voices. But that's not the case.
It's not.
The Queen of England is dominating.
Mm-hmm.
But she is so graceful.
Yes, she is.
She's just so, so meek and mild. But you can see she has great power.
Yeah.
Next to her king.
Yeah.
So
it's just so much, that you can't be me.
No. And
vice versa.
No.
I can't take on the role of a woman.
Please don't.
No, it's not a good look for me. No, seriously, we can't take on each other's role. That's not the way we were designed.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't designed to bear your burden.
No.
You weren't designed to bear our burden.
No.
But when we come together, we can bear these burdens together. So I think that women who feel like they have to compete with men, you're fighting a losing battle.
And I think they need to figure out where they came from.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is it that when you were a child, you grew up around a bunch of men, and then the few women that were there, they didn't have a voice?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just try to figure out, where did it come from?
Yeah.
Did your family always make you feel like you had to compete to be heard?
Yeah.
There's a reason why we do what we do.
Oh,
Behaviors have reasons. They're roots to your trees.
Of course.
And it's just trying to figure out what those roots are and where they came from.
Yeah.
And begin to tear them down.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a toxic mindset.
It is.
To think, I can do what a man can do and even better. That's toxic.
It is.
And it's unhealthy. And once you get married and you find yourself into a happy place, you're going to emasculate him without even knowing that you're emasculating him. And so then you're going to find yourself separated and divorced being a single mother.
Yeah.
Because you didn't realize that your words had power.
Yeah.
And even your body language and your energy has power.
Yeah.
And if he feels like you're trying to size him up, he's going to eventually... most men don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, that's true. And here's the thing, and we talked about this before, that the one thing a man wants is to feel needed.
Yes.
Whenever you tell a man he's not needed, he will go somewhere else where he is needed. And that's just the way we were designed. We were designed to be providers. We were designed to be protectors. We were designed to bring safety and security. You know, and so if a woman tells a man, you can go ahead and go, 'cause I don't need you no help.
That's pride.
You know, well, okay. But on the flip side, if a man comes tells a woman, I don't want you, that's detrimental to her.
Absolutely.
Because women they have the need to be wanted.
So at the end of the day, who doesn't want to be needed?
Mm-hmm.
The needs may be different, but who doesn't want to be needed?
Yeah.
Like I dare not say that I don't want you to need me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want you to need me.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want you to be dependent upon me.
Right.
That, like, if I die today, you can't breathe tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
No. I want you to need me in a way that no other woman can fulfill you like I fulfill you. So, if we walk away from each other today, whoever you meet tomorrow, she will never.
Of course not.
You know, that's
she would never fill your shoes.
Right.
She would never fill that place.
Right.
You know,
you'll never feel that joy like you feel with me.
Mm-hmm.
She may give you a different level of comfort or a different level of security, but she'll never give you what I give you.
Yeah.
You know, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want you to need me.
Yeah.
And I need you.
Yeah. You know, so we have to remember that. You know, men have to be needed. They have to feel they're needed. You know, and if a woman lets a man know, I don't need you.
Yep.
You've lost him.
You lost him. Unfortunately.
You know? And that's the reason why a man will jump around.
And why he'll sleep around.
You know, because he'll go to old girl house down the street.
Yep.
Because she needs him.
She's meeting a need. Yep.
You know, and
that you're not willing to submit to.
Exactly.
That you're not willing to humble yourself to.
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole different segment, whole different segue.
That's okay.
So,
let's go.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep that in mind. If we can take anything away from what we said today, men have the strong desire to be needed.
Yeah.
Women have a strong desire to be wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let her know you desire her. Let her know that you want her, that you want, you know, you want her around, you want her presence, you want her thoughts, you want her, you know, give her that voice, because that's what the problem is now in society. Well, not now, but back then, you know, women felt like they didn't have a voice.
Okay.
You know, and they felt like they didn't have a voice at home. It was just, you know, cook dinner, raise the kids, and all this stuff. And it was like, you know, well, when do I get a chance to talk? And
when do I get to go and live my dreams?
Yeah.
And
so let her know that, you know,
she's
she's
the generation that started this stuff.
Yeah. Let her know she's wanted. You know, get her input. You know, and things like that. You know, to build a stable relationship with one another. So, and then I'm gonna say this, and we can get off here. Me and her talked about this before, about what's sacred to a man and what's sacred to a woman, and I want to say this and get off here. Okay. So what's sacred to a woman, Hershey?
Her body.
There you go.
You put me on the spot.
I know. So what's sacred to a woman is her body, right? A woman's body, when she gives a man her body, you know, it's supposed to be like this, but times have changed. When she gives a man her body, that's her most sacred place. That's her giving him her most vulnerable side.
Yep.
But the most sacred place for a man is
his heart.
There you go. It's his heart. If a man can tell you his insecurities, he can tell you his vulnerabilities, you got him.
Yep.
But you gotta be careful with that. Because the minute, and this is why, if a man cheats on a woman, she feels like the world is over.
Yeah.
Because you have violated the sacredness of what she gave you.
Yep.
But if you tell a man secrets, you have violated, you know, that sacred part of that man. So, never mind, I ain't gonna go there. I'm about to go with a man cheat, you know, but I ain't gonna do that.
No.
Yeah, because I don't condone cheating.
No.
I don't condone it at all. But if he ever tell you it didn't mean nothing, believe him. It didn't mean nothing.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
For a whole different time, because
Yeah.
we have to understand that, and it may not make a woman who's been cheated on feel better, but it give her understanding.
Yeah, it meant nothing to him.
And even to a man, it can give him understanding as to why he do. Because some people just don't know.
Yeah.
You know.
So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
It had some moments in there where, you saw the realness and rawness of Hershey and Dre. So, yeah.
And then if y'all would like to see us do the card game, where we basically just take 12 cards and we do them randomly. No one knows what they'll say. On camera, just to see how it works. Just let us know. Comment on the YouTube video what you liked, what you didn't like, what you don't agree with, what you do agree with. We're open to any kind of dialogue. And we're not opposed to different points of view.
No.
That's what makes us human.
Yeah.
That's what makes us unique.
Yeah.
Society don't know what that means anymore. If I don't agree with you, then you don't like me.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay, so we're not going to even go into a little rabbit trail.
We were built on having conversation and not agreeing.
Yes.
That's how do you think most of the philosophers and scientists and people got, these degrees? They didn't agree with something and they became, yeah. So, anywho,
check us out on our social medias, YouTube page.
Let's Talk About It with the Fam.
Instagram.
Talk with the Fam.
Twitter.
Talk with the Fam.
And Spotify
is Let's Talk About It with the Fam. Apple Podcasts, Let's Talk About It with the Fam. Anchor, Let's Talk About It with the Fam. Listen, y'all know it already.
And Facebook.
Facebook we're still working on the name change for Facebook, so it's still Let's Talk About It with Dre on Facebook.
Okay. So, if you have any questions, let us know. Email us
at letstalk32@yahoo.com. That's let's LETS talk TALK 32 at Yahoo YAHOO Yahoo. Ooh, you heard it?
Yes.
You heard it?
Yes.
You heard it? Yeah, at yahoo.com. Please send us those questions, send us those emails. We are open to hearing you. And again, the website, talkwiththefam.com is the website, and we have every episode of the podcast on talkwiththefam.com. So if you are watching on YouTube, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and when you are done, hit that little bell to get the notification that we have posted on the video. Hit always so you can be always in the loop and always in the fam. We love you guys, and we'll see you later.
See
Deuces.
ya.